Hello everyone, my name's Aaron Christensen. This is Horror 101 with Dr. AC, and welcome back to Scare-A-Thon 2024, benefiting the Women's Reproductive Rights Assistance Project. If you'd like to know more about the fundraiser, please go right here to this video. There'll also be a link to that video at the end of this one. And today, I can't believe I'm going to say these words, we're going to be talking about Cocaine Werewolf. I had really hoped to do this as a double feature with Cocaine Bear, but I just ran out of time yesterday. So Cocaine Werewolf is getting its own segment. This is from Cleopatra Entertainment. As you might have guessed, it is inspired by the success of Cocaine Bear, and it is directed by Mark Polonia. And for those of you who don't know, Mark Polonia is a famous, I would say, low-budget filmmaker, famous amongst people who are fans of low-budget filmmakers. And he is a far cry, I would say, from the early days of Splatter Farm and Hallucinations, 86 and 87. Let me just rattle off some of the titles he's made this year alone. These are 2024 releases. Mummy Shark, Camp Blood, Clown Shark, The Girl Who Wore Yellow Lace, 1 Million Babes BC, Jurassic Exorcist, Once Upon a Time in Amityville, The Last Chainsaw Massacre, Pandasaurus, Teddy Scare, and this film, Cocaine Werewolf. It's clear that Mark Polonia is a guy who likes to work, and he is not too choosy about the kinds of films that he's making. This is a man who's making his living making movies, so I can't fault him for that. However, I don't think this is a young and hungry filmmaker who's like, I just got to make my movie. And that movie is Cocaine Werewolf. I'm in slightly better spirits, I guess, than I was watching Cocaine Bear, because if you thought Cocaine Bear was review proof, Cocaine Werewolf is like the next step beyond. It's clear that these folks are not trying to make a good movie. They're just trying to make a movie, one that has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And the beginning and the end might even be the same thing, because we get that great low budget thing of we run the exact same credits at the beginning and at the end. And those credits feature actors who are not even in the film. We have this dead body getting dragged off, that dead body getting dragged off. Those are actors who are not even in the movie. So I'm going to try and go into the plot. The plot is there's a guy, he's trying to go to the airport. His Uber driver pulls over at a gas station where a drug deal has gone wrong, and a werewolf has stumbled in and killed both the drop and the guy who's picking up the package. In comes this businessman. He picks up the mobster's gun, shoots the werewolf to death, and then scores all the coke. This werewolf has bitten the guy in the scuffle, and so now this guy has werewolf in him. And wouldn't you know it, anytime he gets high, he turns into a werewolf. That's the plot of this movie. Also, right down the road, there's a low-budget horror film being shot. It's got a killer clown in it. It's got 2 sexy babes. It's got a pretentious editor, producer, director, and his one-man crew. And they're making a horror movie. And they're making all sorts of jokes about making cheap horror movies. I don't know if we can call that meta, but it's something. This is actually the first Mark Polonia film I have seen, and that was really the only thing that drove me to put Cocaine Werewolf into the player, because I'm like, I need to see a Mark Polonia film. Now, again, I'd like to go back to Mark's beginnings, where he was a young and hungry filmmaker in Pennsylvania making movies because he just had to make movies. Here he's making movies because he needs to pay the rent, needs to pay that electric bill, needs to buy some groceries. Like, this is just his job. The guy's made 10 movies this year, and it's not even the end of October. Don't let your boss know about this guy. He's going to hire him, and he's going to get rid of you. There is a practical werewolf, so I guess there is something going for it there. It's a weird-looking creature, but I suppose it could pass as a werewolf. There's a lot of digital blood that gets thrown around. There's some practical effects. There is one case of nudity that is wildly gratuitous. Somebody just randomly goes and takes a shower. And here's my question, and I really wish I was on a panel with somebody right now. So you, audience, you viewer, right now, you, YouTube, you are my friend. I have to ask, who is into these movies? Because what I'm missing is a sense of sincerity. Like, these folks, they're just making a dumb movie. They're making a low budget movie. They know they have all the limitations. and they're just trying to go A, B, C, D. I understand it's tough to make a movie. So even a low budget, no ambition movie like Cocaine Werewolf, there's still some effort involved. You still have to show up. You have to say the lines. You have to set up the whatever lights. You have to set up the camera. You have to put it all together. Mark Polonia is also the editor, so he's shooting for the edit. But it just doesn't feel like there's anything at stake. They're just producing product. And it feels kind of like junk food to me. And I guess if that's all it is, if you're just looking for something to flip on, and on the one hand, I don't want to yuck anybody's yum. I mean, if this is what you dig, then great. But there's a part of me that says, hey, you're taking up space for filmmakers who actually have something they want to say. And if that sounds judgy, I don't know what to tell you. I am looking forward to going back and looking up some of Mark Polonia's stuff back when he had a stake in the matter and he was really trying to do something. He was trying to make a movie because there was a movie that was just coming out of him. And I can't fault him for just making a living. And I guess I can't fault anybody who wants to watch Cocaine Werewolf, because I guess there's somebody out there who wants to see Cocaine Werewolf. And Cocaine Werewolf is available now for you from Cleopatra Entertainment on shiny Blu-ray. It's got a director's commentary. It's got trailers for other Cleopatra Entertainment films. And I hope you dig it. I can't say that I enjoyed it more than Cocaine Bear, but darn it, I watched it. That's my achievement for the day. Thank you for being my therapy session for Cocaine Werewolf. And again, this is Scare-A-Thon 2024, benefiting the Women's Reproductive Rights Assistance Project. I watched Cocaine Werewolf for you. Now, can you please make a contribution to the Women's Reproductive Rights Assistance Project? Any donation is welcome. No donation is too large or too small. We are halfway through the month. Now is the time to make your voice heard, and let's get these women the help they need. Thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, and keep sharing the scare. I haven't been saying that, so keep sharing the scare.